Hey guys, American sprinter Sha Carri Richardson of Dallas, Texas was all set to take to the Tokyo Olympics with her record-breaking time in her signature event, the 100-meter dash. With a time of 10.86, she stole the hearts of millions, but complications arose shortly after testing positive for marijuana. We're going to get into complications and the backlash following this event, coming up right now. Are you ready? 21-year-old Sha Carri Richardson won the 100-meter dash in Oregon last month. In this state, marijuana use is legal, but it is against the rules of the Olympic Committee. Following her immense victory, a ton of backlash was received from the African American community for her suspension. Including and following this backlash was references to Michael Phelps and a host of other previous Olympics winners that have delved into different drugs and marijuana use. Much scrutiny has been given to Michael Phelps in that he was suspended, and even though it was for 3 months, he also made it to the Olympics. They scrutinized and manipulated the timeline so he could still compete in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, where he won 8 gold medals. Soon after his victories at the Beijing Olympics, a few weeks after, he was shown on TV and in many viral YouTube scenarios smoking weed. What do you guys think? The backlash comes because it is suggested that he should be stripped of his 8 medals that had been won and accumulated back then, just as Muhammad Ali had been stripped of his heavyweight title because he refused to go into the military. Just as O.J. Simpson's Heisman Trophy was taken from him, the records they nullified. Can you actually erase someone's achievements? What do you guys think? Sha Carri Richardson set a record-breaking time of 10.86, making her the fastest woman in America. It was subsequently erased, nullified, and she was taken off the Tokyo Olympic team. It's one thing to say you can't go and compete with the rest of your team, but to nullify your time as if you've never done it, well, that's what the backlash is about. What do you guys feel? Should Michael Phelps have been stripped of his 8 Olympic medals, even though he won 8 Olympic medals, being that he had smoked weed several months after that, portrayed himself in a state unbecoming on national television? Richardson consumed marijuana on the eve of the U.S. Olympic trials, which were held June 19th in Eugene, Oregon. She received a 1-month suspension July 2nd after testing positive for THC, which the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency considers a substance of abuse. The suspension has a retroactive date to June 28th, which will keep her from competing in the 100-meter race in Tokyo. A Facebook post aims to compare Richardson and now retired Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, who won 28 medals. Phelps did use marijuana in 2008, months after that year's Olympics, but his situation and Richardson's can't be compared because the timeline of when both athletes used the drug are vastly different. In 2009, a photograph was published that showed Phelps holding a water pipe used to smoke marijuana. The events that Phelps competed in happened between August 10th and August 17th, around 3 months before he was photographed consuming marijuana. Savannah Guthrie on the Today Show ended up interviewing Sha Carri Richardson on the circumstances surrounding her failed drug test. Sha Carri acknowledges and accepts responsibility, but also delves into the reasons regarding this, citing reasons of total shock, sadness, and a coping mechanism being the reason why she delved into smoking marijuana. She was interviewed by an interviewer, the reporter was unnamed, that totally revealed information to Carri, a shocking truth that her biological mother had passed. So imagine finding out this from a total stranger and not a family member. That could blindside anyone. Now there's been a legitimate delve into the history of many Olympic athletes, Ben Johnson, Marion Jones, countless others who have delved into different performance-enhancing drugs and even marijuana. Is this a ploy to detract African-American athletes from rising to the pinnacle of performance, the pinnacle of excellence? Let me know in the description, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. One of the many people that came to the aid in defense of Sha Carri Richardson was Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, head of the AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is an American politician, activist, and representative for New York's 14th District as a member of the Democratic Party since 2019. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez subsequently wrote a letter to these organizations, citing reasons for racial discrimination as a means to keep African-American prominent athletes from going to the Olympics. She and Jamie Raskin earlier this month penned a joint letter urging the USADA and WADA to reconsider banning Richardson, 21, who tested positive for THC, a chemical found in weed, after her win at the 100-meter dash at the Oregon Olympic trials. It goes on to say that anti-drug laws and policies have historically targeted black and brown communities while largely condoning drug use in white communities, the lawmakers wrote. Now, in response to Ms. Alexandria, the WADA, WADA, and the USADA responds, the United States have long supported the ban on cannabis or any type of drug thereafter. So what do you guys think? Should she be given a chance to go to Tokyo? Do you think there was a conspiracy? Was this reporter a Trojan horse? 1 month suspension, not making it to the Olympics, versus Michael Phelps' 3-month suspension after the Olympics and not having his medal stripped of him. What do you guys think? With the accumulation of 8 additional gold medals that he won in Beijing, Michael Phelps is the winningest Olympic athlete of all time with a total of 28 Olympic gold medals. There's a lot of unanswered questions here. Immediately after winning the race and setting a record-breaking 10.86 in the 100-meter dash, Sha Carri Richardson runs into the stands and hugs her grandmother. Question 1, how is it the reporter knew about her mother's death and the grandmother didn't? At that time, didn't know yet. Why is this reporter remaining nameless? What was the agenda or motivation behind the reporter asking her that question or a series of questions like that when a person's preparing to race? I don't know. What do you guys think? Post down in the comment section what questions you might have or what you think about this whole situation. You can check out the feedback and everything and look at the complete video link on YouTube, on the Today Show YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Manny's Fitness Fortress. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I love you guys. Till next time.